your vortex will train your vibration. Your vortex will tune you. Now, here's the difference between what we were talking about in the beginning with everything that you could possibly think about, all the different subjects, all the different vantage points from all the different subjects. When you think about all the possible things that you could think about, and you have the assignment of sorting that out, or you think about the squeaking cart in the room behind us. Well, you were. The squeaking cart in the room behind us distracted you from your bankruptcy. It did. In other words, you are easily distracted, friends. Why not deliberately distract yourself with something that will tune your vibrational frequency into sync with everything that you've put into your vortex before you were born and ever since? In other words, we're really on to something here, because you cannot sort that closet out. You can't do it. Nail it shut. You cannot figure out all of the reasons that all of the people are doing all of the things that they are doing. You can't even get together in some sort of consensus about what the right way of life really is. And you know why you can't do that? Because that was never your intention to begin with, any more than it was your intention to come forth as a people on this planet and decide what one food ingredient you would all agree would be the only thing you would ever eat. You come as diverse intenders with diverse intentions and beliefs and ingredients and components. And you have, even though most of you don't realize it, you have created the most magnificent vibrational version of a life experience in your vortex that could ever be imagined, even by the greatest imaginers of all. In other words, what's in your vortex is supreme. It is beautiful, and it will delight you with every little piece of it that you allow yourself to participate in. We're just saying, these are Esther's new words to Jerry. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. He laughs every time she says it, and he says, I know you're saying. I know you're saying it. I hear you saying it. We're just saying that it's in your vortex, and that you have easier access to it than you know. And that if you will, set aside 30 at the most, 15 minutes a day, where you actually sit with the intent of breathing for the enjoyment of breathing, that you will allow your vortex to train your vibration upward in the vicinity of the fullness of what is there. And what you will begin to discover is an uneasy edge disappears from your life experience. What you'll really begin to notice is that things that don't feel all that significant to you will begin lining up for you all the time. In other words, those things that are not that you're not consistently beating the drum of begin to clean up even on the first day. You begin to have better timing. Parking places open up for you. Your timing is right. Esther is marveling at how she can come back from a long trip with bags and bags and bags of things that they've gathered up along the way from other people and from shops and so forth. And with all of this stuff that's been packed and repacked, first it was packed to get onto the cruise ship, and then it was repacked to get off of the cruise ship, and then it was packed especially for the lighter carry-on bags, and then it was packed. In other words, it had been packed and repacked. Everything had been moved around for different weights and balances. And when they got back, Jerry said, do you know where such and such is? And Esther said, I'll get it. And she went to a bag and came out with it. Jerry said, how did you do that? Esther said, I have no idea. Again and again and again. In other words, your broader mind, what's in your vortex, who you really are, knows everything you are and everything you want and where everything is in proximity to everything you want, and knows the very most direct, efficient, and fun route to lead you to it. In other words, that information is available to you. You have no idea of what's going on your behalf until you begin to access it by allowing your natural patterns of vibration to raise, and by allowing the vortex to show you its ability to surprise and delight and please and satisfy and fulfill you on every single subject that you have considered, no matter how long or how short, no matter how major or minor, since the day that you stepped foot into this physical body and before. Good sales job, don't you think? We're eager to talk with you about anything that is important to you, but you already have discovered the theme of this gathering. The theme of this gathering is to deconstruct any vibrational ties to any thoughts that are leading you into the construction of something that you do not want. We are not going to be, not for a moment, encouragers of continuing the construction of unwanted things. It just doesn't make any sense. Why would you build a great big ugly building filled with all kinds of things that aren't relevant to your experience, only to then take a bulldozer in and knock it down later in order to clear the space in order to create what you are wanting? You don't have to do that. In other words, you can start right now in the deliberate constructing of what you are wanting. And that really is our message. We are eager to talk with you about anything. Don't worry, you can't get it wrong here. We'll be very gentle with you as we point out the fallacy of your general approach to life. We'll have great fun. Begin right here. Yes.